I did the most leveling up, the most personal development, the most self-improvement, whatever you want to call it, when I treated every choice as a transaction that would yield an opportunity of growth. Hey bestie, I'm Mariana. This is a Level Up podcast where we talk about all things personal development, self-improvement, self-help, glowing up, basically anything that you need in order to level up. And today I want to talk about the little things that helped me get 1% better every day. Because if you are getting 1% better every single day, you are going to get 3,700 times better by the end of the year. Compound interest, baby. And these are all going to be mindset shifts / habits that'll help you level up internally. I'm not really going to focus on the external. The first thing starts the previous night. When I go to bed, I plan out the next day on my Notion app on my phone, sometimes even just on my notes app. I make a to-do list for myself, and then I also, if I have the time and energy, I will go ahead and timestamp, very rough timestamps. Let's say I want to wake up at 5 in the morning. I'll start off with 5 a.m., wake up, get ready, go to the gym, or maybe work. Lately, I've been working for 2 hours in the morning just to get those 2 hours out of the way. And this helps tremendously because I am basically booking myself for the next day so that I don't have time to do little shit like scroll on TikTok, binge watch Netflix, do things that are not going to be productive, that are not going to be getting me closer to where I want to be. I find that when I don't plan out my day and I'm kind of just freestyling the entire day, I'm like, oh, well, what should I do right now? What would feel good right now? That's when I end up 10 hours on my phone, binging a whole series on Netflix, because yes, I've done that. I've watched an entire series on Netflix. It's so easy to do very unimportant shit when you don't really know what to do, when you don't have any structure. So choosing to plan out my day versus just going to sleep and waking up the next morning not knowing what the fuck the day is going to look like, it has helped me out tremendously. It's the reason why I was able to start my business while pursuing a content creation journey, while still going to school, while working a job. It's been a lifesaver. Number 2, choosing to not hit snooze. I know this is really difficult, especially when you are used to snoozing, or when you get in the habit of just 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and then next thing you know, it's an hour or 2 hours later, and you're like, oh shit, that was my morning. But choosing to wake up when I tell myself that I will wake up, it's been a game changer, because I am a morning person. I naturally have the most amount of energy in the morning. And if I wake up early and I go to the gym and then all of a sudden it's noon, I'm gonna feel lazy. I'm not gonna be productive, because by 1 p.m., like, I don't want to do shit. Like, I don't want to do work. I don't want to do anything productive. So I really have made the choice to just not snooze. It's become a habit for me. I simply don't snooze. If my alarm goes off, I am up. Even if it's just me forcing myself to go to the restroom, and then I'll be lying to myself. I'm like, oh, I'll just go to the restroom, and then I'll come back and go to sleep for 10 minutes. By the time I'm in the restroom, washing my face, whatever it is, I'm already up. I'm not going to go back to sleep. Number 2 is choosing to meal prep. I really view meal prepping as an act of self-love for my future self. If I don't have my meals prepped beforehand, I'm more likely to wait until I am starving, until I'm ravenous, and I'll end up eating cookies for breakfast, pan dulce for breakfast, versus if I know, hey, I have some breakfast quesadillas in the fridge waiting for me, that's what I'm gonna eat for breakfast. And I honestly believe that that is a reason why I've lost over 30 pounds. It's because of my meal prepping. When I meal prep, I'm not looking out for me currently. It's a hassle to meal prep. It does take a long time, but I am definitely looking out for future me. I am saving her some time because I'm not in the kitchen cooking every single day. And I am also not stressed about, oh shit, well, what am I gonna eat today? Is it gonna be something healthy? Is it gonna be in fucking McDonald's? Which we're boycotting, by the way, but you get the gist. Meal prepping has really helped me out tremendously. This one is really hard. Choosing to not skip cardio at the end of my workouts. Listen, I know. I get very tired, especially like let's say it's a leg day. I'm like, I've already been there for like an hour and a half, huffing and puffing and sweating and working my ass off. And then I'm supposed to stay an extra 30 minutes and do cardio or abs. It's hard. I know, but it must be done. Strength training and cardio combo, it hits like no other. When I was strength training, skipping cardio, I was at my heaviest. I was 160 plus pounds when I was doing this. And I really didn't understand why. I was like, well, I'm working out 5 times a week. Like, why am I not skinny? But when you're somebody like me and you love to eat, I went to 2 buffets last week. You have to do your cardio, bitch. You just have to. It just must be done. I've also seen so much ab definition after I started like consistently hitting abs. I will hit abs after every lifting session, even if it's just like those reverse sit-ups on like the little machine where you're laying down. It's like the decline bench. It has made the biggest difference. I feel more confident, obviously, because I'm a lot slimmer. And when you're confident, babe, you move different. There was a different glow to me after I lost the weight. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about anything like external, but I really think that this is more internal than external. It has made the biggest change to me mentally. I feel more confident. I carry myself differently. And there is just also something so empowering about the fact that you tell yourself you're going to do something. If I tell myself I'm going to do cardio and then I actually do it, I feel like I'm on top of the world because here I am keeping my word to myself. There is just something so confusing about working out 5 times, 6 times a week and feeling out of breath after climbing 2, 3 flights of stairs. It just doesn't, it never sat right with me. And once I started doing my cardio, I do an incline walk, or sometimes I do stairs if I'm feeling a little frisky, but mostly it's incline walk. I don't get out of breath anymore. And I've even done more now because after I did the incline walk, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of easy. I started running. I ran 9 miles a few weeks ago. Like, I never thought, but do your cardio. Choosing to do the hard shit first. I started working from home. I aim to do at least 5 hours of work every single day. It was so hard for me when I was just waking up, going to the gym, going on a run, and then I had to come home and I'm like, oh shit, I had to do 5 hours of work. It was so hard. So what I did is that now I wake up, clock in for 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, get most of it out of the way, and then it's so much easier for me to do a few more hours after the gym, after my workout, whatever it is. But when I was choosing to do the enjoyable shit, the fun shit, first thing in the morning, which for me it's the gym, I was not getting those 5 hours in and I was struggling to make money. Do the hardship first, get it over with, get it done. You're gonna have a more willpower earlier on in the day. By the time it's 1 p.m., noon p.m., noon p.m. By the time it's 1, 2, 3, depending on the time that you wake up, like your willpower, your discipline, that tank is going to be a little bit lower than it was when you first woke up, naturally. So do the hardship first. Choosing to do the hardship first changed my life. I'm now able to be consistent with my content for my business. Not so much my personal account, but it's okay. But that's just because I wake up, I edit my videos, and then it comes like 5 p.m. and I'm ready to post. Which leads me into my next point, choosing to take the most undesirable route, whatever that may be for you. I was a shift leader at my job I worked at Panda Express, and if you don't know, Panda Express actually pays a lot higher than most like fast food places. I was getting paid 20. The minimum wage, I think it was like $15 in California, and I was getting paid $20, a little bit over because I got like a raise or something. So I was very like, obviously I wanted more, but I was very comfortable. Like I could afford my life. I was a college student, so I'm still a college student. I don't have a lot of expenses, but it was just a very comfortable wage for me. But I hated my job. I hated my job. It mentally it took everything out of me. And it was so easy for me to just be like, okay, I'll just suck it up while I'm at work. I'll deal with the people I have to deal with. Clock in, clock out, it's fine. It was so easy for me to be able to do that, but I knew that I wanted more for myself. So I chose to take a hard route and start my business. That shit was not easy. I was still working as a shift lead. I was going to school. I had just met my boyfriend, so I had to like foster that relationship. I still had a lot of friends, and now I don't have a lot of friends. I cut everybody off. But at that point I still had a lot of friends. I still wanted to nurture those relationships. I was still trying to have like a social life, still trying to go out. It was a lot of shit to juggle. Starting a business was anything but easy. But I knew that that would ultimately lead the most amount of reward later on. Now I don't work at Panda Express anymore. Thank God. I hated that job so much. And if I would have stayed there, I would have been miserable. Even though it would have been so much easier to just stay there, I would have been miserable. Choosing to do the shit that takes more effort than the common route, it's going to yield the most amount of reward later on. And most of the time, it is a risk. My business could have flopped. I could have wasted a lot of money for nothing. But at the same time, I was young. I'm still young. If my business flops right now, like whatever, I still have time to bounce back. Do not get comfortable in choosing the easy route. The most, what is it called? The route most taken. Don't do that shit right now when we are young. If you're young and you're watching this, we are supposed to be taking risks. We're supposed to be chasing our dreams because when we get older, who knows if we're gonna have the opportunity to do that. We're gonna have more expenses, maybe we'll have a family, and maybe that will simply just not be possible anymore. But right now, you are young. The last one, choose to just take care of yourself. You know how to take care of yourself. We have social media exposed to us. We've taken biology, health. We know how to take care of ourselves. Don't feed yourself shitty food. Move your body every single day. Get off that damn phone. Choose to take care of yourself. They seem like very small actions. Oh, if I have a cheeseburger today, it's not going to be a big deal. Well, bitch, the parasites in your stomach are going to want a cheeseburger tomorrow too. Oh, if I just stay on my phone today and rot in my bed the whole day, it's not going to be a big deal. It's just one day. Well, bitch, your mental health, your brain, the chemistry, the wires in your brain, that shit it's gonna be a big deal for that. Okay, it's gonna fuck you up. I just came back from EDC. I basically was on a bender for a week straight. It was fun. Um, Afterwards, my boyfriend and I went on a road trip. We went to two buffets. Long story short, two fucking buffets. I feasted both times that I was there. Afterwards, I was like, what the am I doing? I don't want to do this to myself. I want my body to not be like suffocating in there. Like, oh, please, like, stop giving us like shitty food. It was like a switch in my brain. I was like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? The buffet food isn't even that good. Like, let's feed ourselves real food. Ever since I've been back for like a week and a half now. I think 2 weeks actually. Healthy food. Healthy food like no other. Kimchi stew, my breakfast quesadillas, my protein oats, because I am actively choosing to be like, okay, like my body deserves better than frozen pizza, fried chicken, triple chocolate cake. My body does not deserve to be fed those literally, like, not even foods. They were like plastics, I'm pretty sure. If you had a pizza yesterday, that's fine. Today, choose to want a more nutrient dense meal. Eat some eggs, chicken and rice. If you binged watched movies all day, that's fine. Today, put on a good podcast that's actually going to teach you something. That's what I mean by like the little choices, right? Every day we are exposed to a number of choices. I can stop recording my podcast right now and I can turn on Netflix, put on a good movie, or I can keep recording my podcast. Once I'm done, I can put on a podcast that will make me think. I can listen to literally a brain rot podcast because there's a lot of those right now. Or I could choose to meditate. We are exposed to so many different choices every single day, and a lot of the times it's so easy to choose the one that makes us feel more comfortable right now in the present moment. But don't take that route. Okay, do not take that route. You will see exponential growth when you start making wiser decisions. And that is what I really wanted to get across. That's the point right there. Oh, I did forget one. Something that is actually helping me out so much right now is choosing to follow and interact with people who have the same ethical values as I do. For so long, I was so frustrated with the world. Could this person live in a $15 million mansion when a mile away there's rows and rows of homeless people? Like, how are people okay with that? I would get so mad, so frustrated. I was like, how are these famous influencers seeing thousands of people being blown to ash and just not talk about it? I would get so frustrated, but I just chose to block them. Obviously, we all know the block party that's happening on TikTok right now. It has made such a huge improvement on me mentally doing that, because now, like, there's just some sense of liberation that I feel when I know that I am not actively supporting the people who I don't think deserve anything. Because I feel like if you don't have a moral compass, if you don't care about humanity, I just don't think that you deserve a platform. I don't think that you deserve my attention. And that has helped me out a lot. It's been keeping my peace. Oh my god. I'm really sick right now, but if you're struggling with I've been struggling a lot with waking up. Everything just feels so heavy. Like, there's a literal genocide happening right now. There's celebrities that just truly just do not give a fuck about us, which is, I think, already a known fact, but just seeing it so like blatantly in our eyes like that, it's kind of like, I don't know. But it just feels very heavy living. It feels like I'm living in a dystopian world. And if you're struggling with that, I think there's just like a little bit of peace of mind that comes with knowing that, hey, my attention is not going to people who are shit human beings, and therefore my indirect money is not going to them, because our attention spans are actually worth so much money right now in today's society and social media and everything. So that's another tip. But until next time, this video was really messy. I'm sorry. I hope that you got the gist of today's podcast episode. These are some things that I've noticed that have helped me just grow a lot internally this past year. And yeah, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I promise my episodes are a lot more structured. Usually I'll show you my notes actually. I usually have like to scroll. I've just been busy. I've been recovering, honestly. I've been really sick, but until next time, bye.